All right. Before we even get started, let's roll those shoulders up, back and down a couple times. Step out, nice wide stance. Bend your knees, put your hands on your thighs, and let's roll through a couple of cat turkeys, AKA cat cow or cat turkey. Rounding that spine, extending that spine, exhaling to round, inhaling to extend. And then let's do that with both hands on your left side so that you get a little bit of an angle stretch, different places in the spine, and then switch it over to your right, round it and extend it, and round and extend. No padding stick, please. Good. And then back through center, shoulders out of your ears, hands to your heart, weight in your heels. Big deep breath in, lift it up. Exhale, bring it down, and we're step touching. Go ahead and swing those arms. Maybe turn it into a little bicep curl. Stay to one side, one leg in front, one leg in back. I'm just going to say back leg and front leg, right? Good. And then hands on those hips for a moment. Turn that back tap into a knee up. Turn those arms into running arms. Then you're going to turn that into a hamstring curl and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take that opportunity to work those muscles in between your shoulder blades, work those posture muscles. And then bring that into an extension of arms and legs. Two more like this. And then we're back to our step touch. 4 little step touches. And then knee up with those running arms. And then we're going to squeeze as we hamstring curl. Someone is very entertaining today. Then we're going to that extension with that straight leg, straight arms. We're going to step it back to 2 of each thing. So 2 taps, 2 knees, 2 curls, 2 extensions. 1 of each thing at this pace. 1 tap, 1 knee, 1 curl, 1 extension. You broke it. 1 tap, 1 knee, 1 curl, 1 extension. Stay here, tap only. In a moment, we're going to pick up the pace. We're going to take the tap out of it, and we're going to double time the other 3. So it's knee, curl, extend, knee, curl, extend, knee, curl, extend. 1 more time, knee, curl, extend, and back through center. Back to your step touch. Well, bicep curl. Well, we have another side to do, don't we? So turn the other way, opposite leg in front, tapping, hands on your hips. And then we go to that knee up with running arms. You guys look great. Then we turn that into that hamstring curl and a squeeze of those shoulder blades. And then we go straight leg extend, arms extend. And then we're back to that tap, 4 taps. Running arms and knee up. 4 times. Hamstring curl, squeeze it 4. 3. Last one, and then into those extensions for 4. 2 taps. 2 knees, 2 curls, 2 extensions, 1 of each, tap, knee, curl, extend, one more time, tap, knee, curl, extend, tap only. This is where we double time it and we go to those three, knee, curl, extend, knee, curl, extend, knee, curl, extend, knee, curl, extend, one more knee, curl, extend, woo! Step touch only. Shoulders rolling, elbows roll, big arms. Good. Take it in place, wide stance, big arms to one side, and then the other, and then arm reach, other arm reach. One more time each way. Beautiful. Hands gently behind your head. Let's squeeze elbows, open the chest, let the ribs pop, and then exhale, curl and open, and curl and open. Last time, curl and open, and as we open, we're gonna go one more time in that bent knee stretch, only this time right shoulder drops in, we look over the left. And back through center, other way. Good, back through center. We're lifting it up. All right, let's grab ball and weights, please. All right, ball between your thighs, weights in your hands, feet are in parallel. For starters, just squeeze the ball, get a little inner thigh action, get that going for now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, bend those knees, gently slide down a wall so we're not sticking booty out, but we're trying not to let the knees come too far forward, just a little bit. Sit into it and then squeeze the ball and come up. So we sit down, squeeze and up, sit down, squeeze and up. We're gonna match this with the arms. So we're serving tomorrow's whatever, out and back in. I always ask that in class before Thanksgiving, what is it that you're serving? What's your favorite thing? Pumpkin pie is up there. Turkey is occasional. Stuffing is pretty popular. I seem to recall that it's usually carbohydrates. Why not? One day isn't going to ruin it, right? Hopefully. 4 more like this. I hope you're feeling your biceps, your quads, your inner thighs. Last 2. Last 1. Stay down. Bring your feet in a little closer. Sit as deeply as you can till you feel your quads engaging. Squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball. Bring your arms straight in front of you. When you squeeze the ball, you're going to straighten your arms. Squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten. So topping off those biceps, squeeze, straighten, squeeze, straighten. Four, 3, 2, woo! You guys felt those. All right, let's grab that chair, please. Go ahead and set the weights in the chair just for a moment. You're going to bring that ball behind your right leg and hang on to it. Make sure that your heel is pulled in really close to your hip, and then bring one weight into your right hand. Bend your left knee so that instead of sorry, I have on very slippery pants today, I just noticed. Oh yeah, and that apron. All right. So you're using your hamstring to hold the ball in place. You don't want that booty sticking out. You want it tucked under and left knee is bent, right? Palm is facing me. We're going to curl, hamstring curl. Good. We're going to add a tricep extension. Palm is facing the front, sorry. Press those knuckles to the back as you squeeze the ball. So hamstring working, tricep working. 3, 2, 1. Now all you're going to do is slide forward. Bend that left knee even more. And now lift yourself so that you are basically parallel with the ground with your torso. Pull those abs in, pull those ribs in. Now take that hand and pinky is towards the back. We're going to press the heel up in the air and we're going to extend the arm. Press and extend, press and extend. So right knee or heel is lifting, right arm is straightening. Last two and last one. All right. We are pulling that chair back just a little bit. And we're going to bring those knees together. Make sure that you didn't tuck under, you're still extended. And we're going to lift that leg to the side. So you want to bend that left knee quite a bit. And then we're going to match it with the right arm. Keep going. So elbow goes high. So you're holding on to that ball, working your hamstrings. You guys are, I'm sure. Good, so we lift. So we're getting posture work and those outer hips and hamstrings. Two more. Bring that up. Hopefully you felt that in both legs because they were both working. All right. Take that right leg across the left. Sit your booty out. Extend through that spine. Round it under. And extend again. And round it under. One more time. Extend and lift up. Cross the right over the left. Up and over to the left we go. And then back through center. Let's go ahead, stretch that left one. Let's be nice. Left leg across. Bend the right knee, stick your tailbone up in the air. Long spine extension. Round it under. Stick it out again. Tail feathers up. Round it under. Stick it out. And then cross left over right. And we rotate to the right. And then you have to do those things on the other side. You don't need to move your chair unless you want to. Just do that so that we can see. All right, so you're grabbing it with that left leg, we're bending that right knee, and we're doing that hamstring curl here. Just curl. Bend that left arm. I'm going to pretend I have a ball right now. Extend that left arm nice and straight as you curl that hamstring. Pure chaos. All right, keep going. Don't forget your right knee is bent. Hamstring curl with tricep extension. 4 more. Hit one under. Beautiful. Now turn your pinky up. This is where you elongate out over that chair. We're going to press that heel to the sky. No, wait. Yeah. And then at the same time, tricep extension, pinky up this time. Two more. Beautiful. Back it off a little bit. Bend that knee. Left leg is going to lift to the side. We're going to match that with the shoulder lift, a little bit of rowing motion. Two more. And then bring that up. All right. So we'll cross left over right. Sit it out. Get a long stretch. Tailbone long. Round it under. Extend it out again. Cross that left over the right. I know I didn't do as much, but we did both sides longer. On the other side. Beautiful. All right. Right leg over left. Tailbone out behind you. Round it under. Stick it out again. Right over left. And we go to the left. Good. Let's go ahead. I'm going to have to bar that, we are going to actually, no, I don't want to do that quite yet, sorry. All right, excuse me, sorry. All right, we're going back to that ball, sorry. This time between your calves. Hey, weight in your hands, feet in parallel, roll up, little calf raise. So we're rolling up and rolling up. First thing we're going to do is this, what we call supinated bicep, right? So you rotate, palms face you eventually, and then thumbs face you or face me. Good. 2 more like that. Nice. Keep those legs going. Bring those hands up here to your shoulders. Straight up to start with. So pinkies are facing me. Elbows, shoulders, and wrists are in line, right? So we're not way out here, right? We're not way out here at this point, unless you have some shoulder issues, in which case you might be here. Good. And now bring those arms out a little bit and in. So now we kind of put those two things together. We've got a little bit of rotation, and then we come up to center. Now notice if you started plunking down with your heels, I sort of did. So try and control that. And maybe those calves are feeling it by now. Notice if you've gotten loose on your ball. Don't get loose on your ball. 4 more. Good. Last 2. And last 1. Bring that down. Weights off to the side for a second. And now that ball comes back up between your thighs again. All right. So we did this motion earlier, but we're just going to change it up a little bit. Ball is between your thighs, but this time we're up on those tippy toes. So we're going to work those calves a little bit more, right? Just gentle here on your chair. Good. Now stay up on your tippy toes, bend your knees. This time do let them come forward. So you're coming down that imaginary wall, back up as you squeeze the ball. Down and up, squeezing the ball. If you want to add on, heels come down, heels come up, heels down as you're coming down, or you can stay up the whole time. It's up to you. Good. Now we're going to add on, come down, whether your heels are lifted or down, either way, squeeze the ball, 3, 2, 1, and then come up. Come down, squeeze 3, 2, 1, and up. Down, squeeze, 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 up. Down, squeeze, 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 up. 1 more like that, down, squeeze, 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 up. And now we add on 1 more time, down, squeeze, tip your hips, squeeze, tip your hips, come up. We go down, squeeze, 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 up, down, squeeze, 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 up. Hips are rocking side to side. If that bugs your knees, just make it a squeeze, squeeze, squeeze on the way up. And keep those knees in parallel. Maybe keep an eye on them, make sure they're not wobbling in and out. That's where you're going to get that discomfort. We don't want that. And hips are rocking side to side if you want, if they don't have to. 2 more like that. Hopefully your calves and quads are done. And relax. Woo. All right, let's give those calves a little bit of love here. So step back with your right foot and keep it parallel. Press that heel down, please. Now lean forward, left knee is bent, and then bend the right knee a little bit, but keep pressing the heel down. Roll up on the toes, turn the toes out and the heel in. Your hip will probably twist, so bring it back to center, and again, lunge. Bend and roll up. Toe in, heel out, lunge, bend, and come up. And then right leg forward, left leg back. Press into it. Bend that left knee a little bit. Make sure your feet are in parallel. Roll up, turn your toes out, heel in, lunge, and bend. Roll it up, toe in, heel out, and then bring it up. All right, so we are headed down to the ground, but I know it seems early. We are gonna do some of our favorite stuff down here. So bring your ball with you, have your weights with you, please. And you won't need your chair, but you know, keep it handy just in case. All right, grab your ball and we're sitting on that, please. So it can be right underneath you in the middle, or it could be slightly to the left for a little extra challenge. Left knee is going to be bent and right leg is bent. And notice what I'm trying to form is a V with my thighs. We're going to put our weights on each side of us so that we can press into those weights to grow tall, right? So as I push down on those weights, that's going to allow my spine to be lifted up off this ball, lifting up out of those hips. Just a couple times, roll your right toes forward and back. You know what's coming. Now point them and make sure that your inner thigh is rotated towards the ceiling. And then as you're ready, press down to grow tall. Lift that right leg off the ground. Rotate it in and out. Ooh, try and rotate from the hip in and out. So you're not just waving your foot. The whole thigh is rotating in and out, in and out. 4, sit tall, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down for a second. All right, we're gonna do 2 more sets, slightly different. Press tall, lift that leg up. You can point it or you can flex it on this one, but you're gonna close it and open it. So try a couple pointed, try a couple flex, and then see if you want to point in one direction and flex in the other. Up to you. See if you drooped into your ball like I did. Try not to. Just 2 more. I hope you guys are dying too. All right. Slide your heel back about 1 inch so that your knee bends and straighten it. Bend it and straighten it. Bend it and straighten it. This doesn't seem so bad, right? With the leg on the ground. But when you straighten it, I want you to get it stick straight, not floppy, floppy. Straighten. 2 more times, straighten and straighten. And now, yep, we're going to do that in the air. So we lift it and we straighten and straighten and straighten. Lift up, straighten, straighten. And bring that down. Ooh, good morning, right quadricep. Let's roll off the ball for a second and give some love to that right quad. So you're gonna bring the knee so that it's behind the hip, press through that heel, rotate your top hip forward a little bit, tuck it under, and then if you want, right arm can come up and over and open to the back, and then close down and give it a good tuck so that your rib and hip get closer together. And then we'll press it up and we'll sit back up on the ball again. Again, you can center it or you can have it slightly over to your right. Right leg is bent this time, left leg is out. We use those weights to press into to grow tall. And we're gonna lift that leg off the ground and we're gonna windshield wiper. Right, in and out. I'm moving from, it looks like my foot is windshield wipering, but I'm trying to move from the whole hip. And bring it down. Now rotate it open so you see that inner thigh. Lift it off the ground when you're ready and then bring it to center. Maybe try a couple pointed toes, try a couple flexed foot, and then see if you want to change it up. You do what you want. And bring it down. Woo! Out to the side. Bend it about 1 inch in and then straighten it and feel the back of that back of the knee get straight and straight and straight. And when you slide it in, you might feel a little bit of hamstring. 2 more, sliding in, and then, yep, we do it off the ground. Sit tall, press. And bring it down. Oh my goodness. Such a small thing, such a big pain. Bend that knee, bring it behind you. Tuck your top hip forward. Pull your glutes underneath you and then arm up, over, and around. And then bring the rib and the hip a little closer, going into that tuck. So you really open that hip flexor. Nice. All right. Now we are coming over onto our hands and knees. And once again, we're going to bring that ball behind the right thigh. We're going to hold on to that. Have your weights handy. You're going to have an option with that. You're going to lift that right leg up. You're going to cross it to the left and then lift it up and over to the right. So it crosses behind to the left and up and over to the right. So once you get that motion going, if you want to, you can grab a weight in the left hand and just simply hold it, right? Thumb towards the sky. Or you could add coming down and lifting up when you lift the leg up. So cross and up, cross and up. Totally up to you, but do try and keep that thumb side up and try and get the arms straight. So it's not about the biceps, it's about the shoulders. Last two. Whether you have a ball or not, and bring it down. Okay, shake that out while I grab my ball, see if maybe I can keep it on the other side. I'm gonna have to remember that ball and these pants don't go together. All right, so we squeeze it with the left leg. And when you're ready, you cross the left behind the right, and then you pivot open, cross and pivot open. If you want to add on, you can simply hold that weight in the air, right? Or you can bring it down and lift it up. Don't forget the little cross and up. See if one side's a little more coordinated than the other. Ha ha. Nutmeg, your mom's a mess today. Last two. And relax. We're just having a comedy routine over here. Okay, last little bit of tricep now. We're going to bring that ball, preferably behind your head. And lower body is just relaxed for now. If you wanted to, you could scoot that ball a little. You could scoot that ball more toward your, let's just pretend it's the apron. You could scoot the ball more towards your shoulders and your head will just be in space. But if that's not uncomfortable, maybe give it a little bit of support. You figure that out where you want it to be. As I said, we're just going to work those triceps a little bit and lead it into the abs. So pinkies to the sky, arms overhead. And this is where you start working those abs because your ribs are going to want to pop up. So I want to pull those ribs down, pull the ribs down. So I'm moving my arms, but my arms are only moving because I'm pulling the ribs in. And now we add bend and straighten, bend and straighten. At the same time, I pull the ribs down and in to work those abs, same time as I straighten those arms. Two more. Beautiful. Now turn those palms to the sky, arms go overhead, bend and straighten, pull the ribs in, straighten, 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 lift the arms up, straighten, straighten, bring them overhead, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. And now last round, if your weights are light enough, turn your palms to face you, bend and straighten. We call this a French press. When those palms are facing this way and your knuckles are up, bend full range. Pull those ribs in and relax. And now let's go ahead, bring that ball out from under you. Just place it between your thighs for now. Arms out into a T position. Let's just give that body a chance to sink into the ground for just a minute before we continue on. All right, bring those knees in, grab around the knees, maybe take a little rock side to side, loosen up that low back, perhaps draw some circles on the ceiling if you want, and go both ways. All right, and then we'll lift that knee that ball right to the knees. We're gonna bring the feet up, shins parallel to the ground. Pull your ribs down. As a matter of fact, let's take a weight. Put that weight on your ribs to remind you not to pop up, but to pull down as we go into toe touches. So inhale, legs move away from your body. Exhale to lift them back up. So we inhale as those thighs open up, and we exhale to bring it back up. Let's add on, as you inhale and move the legs away, at the bottom, you're going to exhale and squeeze the ball and come up. So you inhale, let those knees move away. You exhale and squeeze on the way up. Inhale, knees move away. Exhale, squeeze, bring them up. 2 more times like that. Inhale, move away. Exhale, squeeze up. Last time, inhale, move away. Exhale, squeeze up. Hug those knees. Move that ball. Actually, you know what? Leave the ball. Just bring it down to the thighs. Leave that one weight. Bring it right above you. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift up off the ground. On the inhale, reach the arms overhead, and that weight should give you extra tension. You could even bring your palms underneath it a little bit. And then exhale, everything's coming down. Deep breath in. Exhale to lift. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale down. If you wanted to make this more challenging, you double up on the weights, right? So both weights together, you exhale to lift. Inhale, arms up overhead, hold for a moment. Make sure you feel that tension. And exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms overhead. Pause while you feel those ribs have to pull in. You could squeeze the ball at the same time. So much excitement, so many good things we get to do. Make sure your feet are close together. That'll remind you to squeeze that ball as your arms come overhead, and then relax it down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, squeeze the ball as the arms reach overhead, and exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, squeeze, arms reach, and exhale down. Just 2 more. Exhale, lift, squeeze, arms reach. Last time, exhale, lift, squeeze, arms reach, hold here. Take your weights behind your head to give yourself a little bit of neck support, elbows wide. If they need to be here, not that close together, just a little bit wide. Squeeze the ball, lift it to tabletop, feet together, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball. 4, 3, 2. Now extend the legs and the arms. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Support your head. Inhale, squeeze, 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 and support your head. Just 3 squeezes. 3, 2, 1. Give your neck a rest. If it's really bugging you, bring it down here. And then just bring your weights over your chest and then up and over. That's if your neck is bothering you too much. Just 2 more like this. And now we just go to 2 squeezes. What? 2 squeezes again. And then lastly, open it up, 1 squeeze, and bring it down. That should have been pretty fun and exciting. All right. Let's take that ball behind your right knee. Extend that left leg straight up in the air. Exhale. Lift yourself up, and I'm going to push my right leg forward while I pull my knees toward me. I'm going to extend through that left leg, and I'm going to be able to come up a little higher than usual. So this is leg pull, single leg pull, not single leg stretch. Back through center, move the ball behind the left leg, right leg up in the air. Pull yourself up, press the ball against the thigh, thigh against the ball, reach through those right toes, and then option to stay up and reach. And reach, and reach, and reach. Keep it going, and reach. One more, each leg. Very nice. Feet on the ground. Ball goes down right between those feet. So that should give you awareness to keep your feet squeezed together. Hands down by your sides. Grab your weights. So I lied. Hands are not by your side. Weights are on your hips. Press your fingertips down, lift those hips up against the weight and lift a little higher. And at the same time, squeeze the ball and make sure your knees didn't gap open. That's what they're going to want to do. So we're going to lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. When I squeeze, my knees come in. When I lower my hips, my knees stay close together. So it's not open, close, it's squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift. And relax. All right, one more bridge variation. You're gonna leave the ball where it is, but you're gonna put your feet up on that ball and you're gonna try to slide it a little forward so your toes go up and your heels go down. So you're gonna feel this a little more in the booty. Now, you don't have that ball between your thighs, but you wanna think about squeezing your thighs together as you come up. So that's option one, is to just hold this bridge. You could roll the ball in and out for more hamstring, or you could try to hover your hands for a little extra work. And finally, maybe you put your hands back down before you try this. You could lower and lift. You could make it a tiny range of motion, or you can make it a big range of motion. And then you can decide, can you lift your arms up? But if that throws you off too much, then don't do that. And let's call that good, because if your hamstrings are like mine, they're cramping. All right, ball between the thighs, grab your weights. Bring your weights onto your ankle so your feet are close together, but your knees are apart because you have that silly ball there. Elbows are wide, forehead toward the ball. Exhale, rolling like a ball. It should feel a little easier because you have those weights on your ankles pulling you forward. Last two. And last one. Bring those weights out to the side. We're going to sit on the ball for our nice spine stretch here. So come on up on top of that ball. Sit nice and tall. Bend those knees. Grab your hamstrings. Hinge forward. Long spine. When you're ready, you can put your hands down for support and stretch it out. And then go ahead and roll off the ball so it ends up underneath your tailbone and sacrum. So we don't want to be in a turtle. We want to be just slightly hinged back because we're going to have those weights in our hands. We don't want to grind down on those vertebrae. Arms are open. We rotate toward the front and the back arm lifts up, and then reverse and rotate and reverse and rotate, and keep that going and keep that going. Few more here. Good. Sorry about that, guys. All right, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to grab those weights and bring them toward the front. We're going to bring that ball with us as we come over onto our side. You probably only want to have one weight super handy. We're going to come up into a side plank, so you decide, which kind of side plank you want to do, but protect your shoulder, push it back, lift up out of it, find those lats, and then bring yourself up in that side plank. Put that ball right underneath you. All right, weight is on top, so we gently press down on the ball as the weight pushes down, and then we lift off the ball and up against the weight, down and up, down and up, down and up. Make it gentle, small movement. And relax. Option to stay with that side plank, or if you want, we're going to do our balanced side plank. So the ball is underneath the bottom leg first. Leave a lot of space for the top leg, put the foot on of the top leg, and then come on up in your side plank if you've chosen to do the balance one. If not, then go back to that first one. And gently down. All right, let's do side planks on the other side, please. So here we go. Your version of side plank, whether that's on the sides of the thighs, crisscross or stack, shoulder back, lift up out of it. As you're ready, that ball comes just gently underneath you and those weights go on top. So everything comes down, everything goes up. A very small move. And gently down. Now you can repeat that one if you want, or if you want to try the balance, bottom leg goes on first, top leg in front, and then bring it up in your side plank balance. And gently down. As you come down, bring that ball low between your shins. Take your weights on each side of your mat and roll over onto your abs, please. So make sure that the ball isn't so far to the front that it's impeding you, right? Because you're going to be lifting your legs and you don't want the ball to stay on the ground. Grab the weights. Bring your hands underneath them so that your palms are facing up and your arms are down by your sides at your hips. Notice that your shoulders have rolled forward. So let's just do a couple shoulder lifts so you can see or feel the muscles that need to work to engage those shoulders, keeping them lifted up and back. One more time, lift them up and back. Slide your hands long, lift your upper body, and then tighten your thighs and lift your lower body. And then exhale everything down. Deep breath in to prepare. Exhale, shoulders up, arms lift, legs lift, hold at the top on the inhale, and then exhale everything down. 2 more times like that. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, hold, squeeze, and down. Last time. And down. All right. Let's just simply press back, resting position, stretch out that low back by putting that ball on your heels and walk your hands over to the right and then see if you can put your left hand on top and get a deeper stretch. You might even finger walk those left fingers forward or farther to the left and press that left hip over to the left. And come on back through center. Let's bring our hands to the left, right hand on top. Walk it over, finger walk it, press the right hip to the right. And then come on back up. All right, last quick little thing. We're gonna take that ball underneath our belly button, forearm plank. Try not to be hanging out on the ball. I know you guys probably can't see mine. You're gonna gently roll it forward and back by just barely touching it. Now you can stay with that, just keep going if you want to. If you want to try the balance, you know that's what's next. Feel free to slide it under your toenails or your ankles. And lift. And then wherever you are, go ahead and come on down and relax on your spine. And let's use the ball for stretching today. So actually, you know what? We can use them both. Weights are going to be out to the sides where your arms will end up when we do our twists. But the ball for now is coming behind that right leg. Left knee is bent. Let's pump that right leg in and out a couple times. And it's over towards your right shoulder. Maybe you could pump it and roll it and then reverse it. And then finally straighten out the left leg, and then bring that right leg in nice and close. Roll the tailbone up if it comes up. And then try and put the tailbone down by moving the knee away from you. And then with the tailbone staying long on the ground, see if you can bend the knee a little closer. And then we'll flip this and we'll press that ball against the calf muscle. So we flex that foot towards the sky, deeper hamstring stretch. And then finally, you can roll that ball up and point and flex, rotate both ways. Bring that ball underneath you again. Slide your right hand underneath the right weight. Bring that right knee towards your left shoulder. Start to feel that outer hip stretch and IT band. And then you can let it drop all the way over for a twist. As you come back through center, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, lift it up, and just grab your ball as you thread the needle, fall behind the left hamstring, flex and point, and rotate. Left knee bends, right ankle all the way over, slide your hands under the weights, or at least your right one, and let the knees drop left again, please. Uncross as you come back through center. Hug that left knee in, please. And again, we'll pump it in and out a couple times and circle it. And then we'll straighten that right leg, flex through that right heel, bring that left knee in close. Then roll the tailbone down and see how far you can bring the knee in with that tailbone long. Then we'll flip it. And then we'll roll that up. We'll point and flex through that ankle and take some nice slow rotations. And again, we'll bend it, slide the left hand under the left weight, bring that right knee across till you feel the hip stretch, and then eventually into a twist if that's what you'd like. And then back up through center. Cross that ankle over the right thigh, thread your needle, grab the ball, flex and point through the right, and circle. Good, bend it, cross all the way over, hands under the weights, and slide to the right. Drop to the right, please. Back through center. You decide if you want to roll over, roll up. Just meet hands and knees, please. Let's do our undulating cat turkey. So hands way out in front of you. Come forward in your gobble, gobble, gobble turkey and round back in your cat. Gobble, 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 gobble. Yeah, I'm talking to you, girlfriend. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, 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 gobble. One more time. Very nice. From there, tuck those toes, high plank, tip back, down dog. Cover the heels, please. And then wide stance. One more opportunity for a cat and a turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble. And we're bringing it up. Beautiful. Thank you, guys.